Hello everybody and welcome to the demo for RoboFarm. This is a game by the indie developer Infinity Strategy and we are going to be building a farm with this cute little robot. You can just kind of see him through there. And we are going to be building, automating and decorating. So let's get into a new game. That is fine, I don't care. Right, so we are on demo farm. What can we do? So we can start here, right? What can we do? We can make various things. Okay, we can start with dirt. Got a maximum of 100 in the demo. Okay, so a path for the robots to walk on. Dirt. Okay, so with our dirt, I very much imagine we can grow things. So click this button here. This is going to allow us to make some tomatoes, and tomatoes grow in 3 seconds. Wonderful. Well, that's not too long to wait, thankfully. Oh, okay. So, okay, click here again. Make a path. Okay. Put it here. Okay. Now your robot has a path to follow. You can place multiple tiles by dragging. Okay, that's fine. Dragging is something I'm familiar with. And you can remove objects with shift click. Good to know. Very good to know. Got it. Okay. Harvest the veggie manually to level up. I will. There we are. So, carrot, zucchinis, and trees. Wow. Oh, no, it's carrots and trees. Zucchinis are coming next. Sorry. Right. So, I've earned 25 robo tokens. Okay. Always harvest manually the last unlocked plant to level up. Oh, okay. Okay, so we can let Robo keep on... Should we call him Robbie or something? I don't know. We'll let Robbie the robot. Because I'm so inspired with my naming schemes. We will let Robbie harvest the tomatoes and I shall manually harvest the carrots. I like it. Okay, so here's my stats. Actual total game time, 2 minutes. Okay, cool. 1 robot. Oh, we can get multiple robots. Wonderful. Decor and stations, dirt tiles, path tiles, produce value, manual harvests, auto harvests, and total. Okay, wonderful. Check your game stats at any time in the corner. Lovely. Use the sliders to control the environmental lighting. Okay. Use the top camera to build easily. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Oh yeah, that's really nice. One last thing, remember you can rotate your view using the mouse middle button, okay? Hold it down. Or pan using right click. You can also use QE and WASD to do the same and the scroll wheel to zoom. It looks like rotate is only ever on the middle mouse button. No, Q and E for rotate as well. Okay, cool, that's fine. Don't forget you can earn money even when you're offline. Wonderful. So it is a little bit idler as well, but it seems very, very active when you're actually playing it, as far as I can tell at the moment. So that's wonderful. Tutorial ended. Right, so now I just get to be on demo farm and do what I want for a bit. There's some zany music in this. I hope I can keep it. Oh no, the negative precipitation subtracts harvest values. Oh, negative precipitation. Oh, he's got a little umbrella. How adorable. Why are my tomatoes purple? That was so funny. I love it. Okay. I assume I'm making some money. So let's plant some carrots. Good job. Remember, you can remove tiles and objects and plants with shift click. I had kind of semi-forgotten that, so thank you for reminding me. We've got hay and stacked grass, so we can put landscape decorations on those, but only 100 dirt tiles are allowed in the demo. A right turn action, a left turn action, a straight action, and a U-turn action in the full game. Okay, so you can't turn right. Love it. Okay, so let's have a look. Carrots. Put some carrots in, and then I can start to unlock more and more and more wonderful things. I gotta have oh, I've got to do 2 of them apparently. There are 35 levels. All right, so we've unlocked the zucchini level 3. Nice. So maybe I should just like do that. I actually probably don't need a path there until I've manually harvested all the zucchinis I need. We need to harvest 3 zucchinis. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, what, I've got $36 in the bank, so I can make some more paths and things. So let's see. So you can turn around the paths. Okay. But maybe I have to program in certain pathing if there's more than one. So if there's more than one thing there, how does the robot deal with that then? Goes up there, then goes back down there. Ah, right. So I'm going to shift click that away. Oh, it did seem to go down there when there was stuff to harvest though. So seems like there's some kind of AI pathfinding saying, let's go and get these. So that's kind of cool. Now then, I am wondering, probably need to do this in kind of rows, don't we? I don't know whether the robot will start to get more confused with things being in rows, but do some of this for a bit. Make it a bit bigger. Get some dirt in there. We've got some money now, so for me, I need to be harvesting these zucchinis when they grow. I need to grow 3 of them. Don't seem to need to water anything. Decorations. We can decorate with a tree. Wow. Robo plants, a fountain, bolts, a token mill, acid fountain, a windmill, various other things that will open up, and then some things that will only be in the full game. Okay, very nice. Robots. Wait, when I have 50 robo tokens and 1,000 monies, I will be able to maybe get another one. And then in the full game, there will be different robots as well. Very nice. I'm kind of missing my zucchini pickups. I need to move this along. We need to get all the different things. There we are, level 4. Artichokes and robo plants. Makes harvester's plants auto harvest. 40 seconds. Oh, okay. I'll be interested to see how that actually works in practice. I'd like to put maybe some hay and grass around here. I want to make it look a bit prettier. I can put things on them then, I think. I'm gonna put like more hay there and there. I don't have enough money for a tree. A tree costs 50. I don't have enough money for that. Okay, so let's carry on with plants, I would say. 7 for 8, 3 for 3. Carrots are better. Zucchinis are 20 for 50. Yeah, so as you go up in price, you get better. Okay, so like I don't have enough money. So am I getting more money as you... Yeah, so basically you can just get more money as the robot harvests, which is fine. So I'm going to put in more tomatoes. And maybe a row of carrots. I don't have enough money at the moment, but I will soon. Right, because we're going to need to put some artichokes in. Let's do that. Then I've got $2 left. I know robot's got nothing to do because I'm manually harvesting everything. But if I ever if I ever want to actually get up to artichokes, it's going to cost me 45. Oh, that one's like golden. A golden carrot. Wow. Pretty cool. All right, let's have a plant of the old artichokes. Check your plant's growth progress. Hold, click on a plant to open its progress panel, and single click to close it. Okay. There we are. Very nice. Okay, so I'm supposed to be manually... Actually, we're nearly there with another artichoke. So I'm supposed to be manually planting and harvesting artichokes at the moment. They grow a bit slow, so I'm just going to help out the robot as well. Oh no, precipitation. Oh, normal, yay for normal precipitation. And the robot has different umbrellas depending on what type of precipitation we have there. So isn't that wonderful? I'm wondering if I should just do things in rows here. So I'm thinking like maybe... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 there. Do I want to go for 10? How big is my space? Oh, and also how many different types do we have? So, oh, actually we've got like a good 30 odd different types. And I've only got 100 pieces of dirt. So what I'd like to know is, can I pull up less good plants? Because it seems like it's just a case of like how much money per second you can get out of your 100 tiles, really, isn't it? So let's see. Shift click. You need to harvest the plant first, then you can delete it. Oh, okay, cool. So I can harvest all these up, and then tomatoes can get deleted. It doesn't look like there's a need for tomatoes. And then I can just try and put in like more artichokes, for example. Just wanted to know if that was possible. Obviously, you don't really want to delete things because obviously you've put the money into planting them. You don't really want to delete them, but at the same time, if that can make you more money over time for the, you know, the amount of dirt you're allowed. So if I go with 8, 9, 10. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll have 10 rows of 10. Maybe we've got 4, 5. So you've got an idea of how much it is. I'm going to go into top-down mode, actually. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can like decorate around it and stuff. Get more robots. La da la da la da la da la. So at the moment though, I probably should be planting more crops instead. Actually, I've got all the artichokes I need there. Lovely. Now we've got asparagus we can plant. 95. I need a few more harvests before that happens. Overall, it's a very, very simple game. Actually, I'm not gonna spend loads of time on another artichoke in. Sorry, you've got nothing to do, have you, Robo? Robbie the Robo. Okay. More pathing in. At least know that golden plant harvest. Oh, wonderful. So we've got some negative precipitation, but we also have positive. Amazing. Good times. Why did none of the artichokes go golden? That would have been amazing. I don't think they stay permanently golden there. I think it just works for a little while. But that got us enough to plant our first asparagus. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of the tomatoes, should I? You know. I'm gonna plant all 10 carrots if I can. Just gonna try and scale up a little bit, and then we'll change it as we go. There's no need to get rid of anything else. So that is a carrot. I actually will get rid of that carrot so that we can have a whole row of zucchini here. Not sure what my robot's actually doing right now. Oh, all right, harvesting those. Okay, so as we harvest the... Oh no, I needed to harvest that. Not that I'm going to have money for whatever the next thing is for a while anyway. Did I actually accidentally put the wrong plant there? I think I may have done, but... Yeah, the carrots are totally paying for the zucchinis. 100%. And they come through quite quickly, which is nice. However, the bigger the farm is, the better it's going to be for me to have things that don't come through quickly. Yeah, I managed to get one of the asparagus that I need out of the 5. Right, so that's a full row of zucchinis now. So then we're going on to a full row of artichokes. Which I'm hoping the zucchinis will help to pay for. Expensive, but they're like better per one. Let's get the paths in as well. No, it's expensive to do, but we need to do it at some point. I really like the music to this. Like I say, I really hope that this will not get not be flagged music. You never know when you start something, but I always like to try and give it a chance. So if we have replaced music, then that's just going to be the way it is, but... Oh, what happened there? Oh, I went over that with a lemon. Thank goodness there was nothing planted there. All right, so artichoke. No, not artichoke, asparagus. Oh, I haven't finished on the artichokes, actually. Probably doesn't hurt in you know, entirely. I'll do the carrots, you do the zucchinis. Can I just drag? No, I do have to click on each one. And it does seem like the poor little robo dude is like struggling a bit. Struggling to get around everything. So I don't know if that's the way I have made its pathing. And that's getting better. So now let's go to asparagus. And then what I'm going to be doing is we'll get to our 10th row. So we'll keep on going. When do I get my next? Oh, it's 1,000, isn't it, for the next robot? So I'll keep going until I've got my 100 tiles of dirt. I'll get another. Actually, I probably don't. I shouldn't. No, it's not worth it doing it now. I don't need them yet. Let's get this all planted in. And let's get this all planted in. I could have sworn I saw something then just flickering on my OBS, so I hope nothing went wrong with the video there. The problem is you're so focused on the game you're playing that OBS could be doing anything in the background and you don't know. And then you realize, and it's like, no! Oh, avocados and fountains. I've reached the max level in the demo. Click continue for a fun challenge. Oh, okay, I will do your fun challenge. Wow, that was super loud. Sorry about that, headphone users. Keep playing until you reach 15,000. You'll then receive 100 Robo tokens to build more in your farm, plus a mystery reward. And it changes every playthrough. Well, we can play for a while. I would... But I'm guessing that there's no more levels. That means we can't go past avocados. So I would like to save up maybe for another robot, though. But yeah, I would definitely say that this is very simple at the moment. It's a lot of... So I've made 304 so far. Well, I'm going to carry on. What I'm going to try and do then is whatever makes me the most, which will now be avocados, because they will give me $19 every 65 seconds. Oh, really? Hang on. $2 every 7 seconds. So that's $1 every 2 seconds. 15 every 3. $3 for 15 seconds. So that's $1 every 5 seconds. That's $1 every 4 seconds. That's $1 every 3 seconds. $10 for 40 seconds. I've been doing this all wrong, people. Technically speaking, and it does depend on how... Oh, I've got acid rain now. Good grief. It really does depend on how much you want to do clicking. But it looks to me like the only thing that gets you $1 per second is the tomatoes. So as you're getting these longer growth plants in, they give you more per piece of land. But not even that, because like if you can't, it depends on how quickly you can harvest. If you can harvest 100 tiles with them all popping up every 3 seconds, then that's worth it. Oh, why did I take away my tomatoes? They were amazing, apparently. Let's do some tomatoes here then. And it costs basically nothing to put in, and they're just basically, you can just go through and make money the whole time with them, but it is very click heavy. Look at that. By the time you've done 10 clicks, the 3 seconds is over and you can start again. I wonder if we could get... We're very close, actually, to being able to get another robot pal, so... How long have I been playing this for? Like, this will probably be a half-hour demo. I don't think there's going to be... Even if I do manage... Yeah, see, that this is the thing. I think whatever it seems to go down in value per second for... Because you want the value per second per piece of land. That's what you want. So if you've got enough robots, you can make everything be tomatoes. But I don't think that that's probably going to be the best for us, because basically I can manage 10 fields of tomatoes on my own, and that's it. Because you don't want them ever sitting fallow, or sorry, ever sitting kind of unharvested. So they are just a bit quick. Because the minute you leave them for 10 seconds, all of a sudden they're like half the value, right? If you're looking at it efficiency-wise. So it might actually be better to have something that takes longer to grow. And also the thing is, when you get the golden ones and it triples, if you've got a really high value crop, that's going to be even better. I do wish that wasn't the way though, because it's like, okay, so 65 divided by 19, you're getting one kind of every 3 and a bit seconds. Whereas that's 1 per second. So your value to these is going down and down and down and down, but you're having to put more into them. That's 1 every 4 seconds. So avocado is a little bit better than asparagus. Asparagus is pretty terrible. Artichoke is really terrible because it's 25 seconds for $5, so it's 5 seconds per plant. So some are way better than others. Right, I think we can get another robot. Let's go. So this is maybe where it would be good to start. And how many are we allowed? Oh, just however many we want. So like the optimal thing here is to have as many robots as possible just harvesting tomatoes. 100%. I would like to see it that the more expensive plants give you a better yield. At the moment, this is not great. And they're not very fast at, like, compared to me anyway. They're not very fast at harvesting, so you'd need a lot of them. But I am getting to the point now. I think I will have things like asparagus and things that, yeah, I'm going to work out what I like the look of. So avocado we'd worked out. Artichoke was bad because it was 5 for zucchini. $3, $2. I mean, a zucchini is 1 for 3, which is only a little bit more than the avocado. So, and for the sake of the labor put into the avocado, it's better than zucchini. Carrot and tomato are just too fast. So I actually do feel like an avocado is a good idea. I'm going to put a few of them in. They're going to take 60 seconds. But in the meantime, I can probably do quite a few tomatoes. And we can try and get ourselves another robot. I don't know how many we're going to be allowed. I'm going to try and get as many as we can. But this is a cute game. It's definitely a clicker. And I would definitely say that in my life I have seen much more involved clickers. But this is super cute. And I do love the robots. I'm going to grab all the carrots here. I'm not certain I agree with some of the decisions they've made on sort of how they're balancing it either. Considering how expensive those things are to plant. But then again, they are forever once you plant them. So, I don't know. What other decorations am I allowed? So I'm allowed a fountain. 2 seconds to normal precipitation. I'm going to have a look at the robo plants and things. So it makes harvest. Oh, I can put that on a hay or a grass tile. Okay, so what's that? I placed my first power station. Watch its charging progress with click hold and wait till it's ready to use and click on it to start. Oh, okay. Cool. Let's see what this does. Because this actually makes it more interesting. Use robo plants with fast-growing veggies and harvest manually as fast as you can. Combine it with normal or golden precipitation for max harvest value. All right, so I'm looking at this. I'm wanting to know. I've no idea. I have no idea what that does. I'm going to wait for it to charge up and then we're going to see what it does. Because I think that might be working with the idea that you've got these plants that you can't harvest fast enough. A little boost. don't even know what that is. Okay, so then we've got a fountain. Plus 2 seconds to normal precipitation duration. Does not affect current precipitation stacks. I see. Let's put down a fountain. I'm not being particularly... I'm not making it particularly pretty here. Because what I really don't want to do is get in the robot's way particularly. We're only on 6 different... we're nowhere near the top of what we need. More avocados in, so we've got avocados there. They're not even getting to the avocados. I do feel like avocados is probably one of the better ones. You don't need to harvest it too often. But if my robos are always busy doing other things, then that's not very good either. Okay, so can I click on this? I still haven't kind of worked out how these power stations work. Makes harvested plants auto harvest. Oh, there we are. Okay. Let's get out of this then. What's the deal with that then? Harvested plants are supposed to auto harvest. I don't even know what it means. Like... Oh, here we go. So if I click on as many as I can. And then they'll stop after that. Yeah, but we got a massive boost in money for that, which was really cool. So that was definitely worth having. Fabulous. So I just click on as many as possible. And so any ones I click on will start to do their auto harvest for 40 seconds. Cool. Very good for things like tomatoes and carrots, I would imagine. I'm gonna plant in some more avocados. I can't do too many though. I would like more of those I'm gonna put another one of those down, one of those power robo plants. They're gonna go around the outside. Because I can. I really like that. So when the precipitation comes down, the fountain there, that will make longer precipitation happen. So precipitation will make the... This is the thing I do like about this game. This is the one thing I think does make it a bit different, is the weather effects and things like that. I would like another robot, ideally. Or let's not try to put decorations down at the same time. So I've got 2 of those. And you can see the little ball there getting larger as we're about to get into the auto little robot guy. So yeah, that's really cool. I worried that I'd have to put that right next to all my stuff and it would be a bit annoying, but it's not too bad. I don't have to put it in a field or anything like that. But for something that's kind of supposed to be automation, I'm doing a lot of work myself right now. These guys are not doing a ton. I don't know whether that's a layout thing. Are they all trying to... Are they trying to do each other's work as well? Go and do different work. That's not what your friend is trying to do. Because that makes you utterly useless. See what I mean? They're both trying to do the same crop. Oh, no, they're not. You're doing those and you're doing those. Okay, well, that works fine. Get these, get them growing as fast as possible, because the tomatoes I just do whenever I see those avocados. I should be harvesting them as fast as I can. Harvest behind you. There's a golden one there. May as well grab that quickly. Takes a while for these to charge up, so probably what you would want eventually is to have like so many of them around the outside of the thing that you can just click on them all the time. Carrots going as well. Like basically anything I harvest will start to auto harvest. I don't know whether it's worth it for these guys. Helpful. That's enough for another robot. So that's what I'll buy if I can. I don't have enough robo tokens. Oh no. I don't get robo tokens. I got a few. Oh yeah, you get them from leveling up. So when I get my 15,000, I would be able to get a third robot. But not until. So until then, probably what we want to do. Aha. They're proper harvesting themselves. We're nearly at 2,000 now. I think we might be able to get to the 10,000 quite easily, actually. I'm going to continue with my avocados. What have we got planted down here? I forget. Let's take that away. That is asparagus. Okay. Maybe I'll finish my line of asparagus off then. So what we don't have is enough help at the moment. And that does then make it more... It makes it more cost effective for these middling sort of vegetables that don't come up. They don't ripen all the time, so you're not like, because like I said, I can't physically do all 100 patches if they were all tomatoes. I couldn't do that unless I had enough robots to cover it, and I probably would need quite a lot. If you look at them, look at how fast they go. It's not very fast. I can manually click like a whole line in the time it takes them to harvest about 2 things. So that's kind of the deal there. But yeah, you got like 35 levels worth of different vegetables that'll be in the full game. You'll have different kinds of robots that you can upgrade to. You'll be able to make them do like left turns and right turns and things like that. Look. You can add a robo token every minute in exchange for the idle value. So you can get robo tokens to get more robots, to get more money. You can get them going faster, which would be amazing. Idle money for a windmill. Bulk harvest. Oh, man, that would be amazing. Just... whole thing's harvested. 30 seconds. RoboFarmer statue. Negative fountain. 10 robo tokens when last unlocked plant is manually harvested. Oh, I see. So things to get you your robo tokens so that you can buy robots. Golden shovel makes plants grow golden. Last 20 seconds. That's useful because that's triple value. Plus 2 seconds to golden precipitation, which is really cool. Robo lamp. Plants around it grow twice as fast. So that would be amazing. You surround that with a really slow growing thing. Suddenly... it becomes per second much more valuable. Just super cool. Golden raindrop. Much more valuable but less labor intensive. Golden raindrop, fertilizer, robo loon statue. So doubles harvest money values of newly grown plants for 40 seconds. Lots of things to help you make more money. Robo loon statue instantly grows plants around it when popped. Instantly grown plants do not affect level up count. Oh, it's raining. Let's see if there's a... Always do the tomatoes first, then the carrots. Oh no, it's a bad rain. Oh, I didn't realize that. I've not had bad rains in a while. But oh well, I've got that one there for the next time it rains. I don't know whether the fountain makes all precipitation longer or just good precipitation. Let's have a look. Normal precipitation. Oh, okay, that's fine. It doesn't make the bad one or the golden one last longer. So for a while now, these are going to be purple. Oh, that like totally sucks. So I imagine the next crop of avocados I get is going to be rubbish, or it's going to take longer or something. It's going to be another 9 seconds, and that'll be harvested for 19. I'm not sure. I didn't remember exactly what the acid rain did. Oh no, acid rain was bad. Okay, they were just purple, so I think they just took a bit longer. I think. There we are. We're getting through them now, so that's fine. We're on 2,000. Probably just going to do a lot more avocados because they're quite easy to maintain. And out of the longer growing crops, they're the best value for money. And I don't want tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of carrots and tomatoes. The 2 lines I have already are too much. So you probably want 1 line of 10 of like tomatoes or something. And then you want the rest to be all something like avocados that you can just go and get a good amount of money out of every minute. And then just in between the avocados being ready, you just harvest all the tomatoes. That's probably the strategy I would eventually try and go towards. Obviously, there's no point in me. I've already paid to plant these zucchinis and things like that. There's no point in me worrying too much about those. So what are we at? 2,700. So I'm going to expand the avocado farm. So how many have we got now? So we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can go all the way up to 10 there. If we should so want. I mean, like, it's not the most... Oh, my goodness, no. Not the most inspired design in the world. It's functional. Oh, really? Actually, I'm just going to do this and I'm going to go over it with the dirt. And then I know how much land I've got that I can that I need to deal with. Okay, so... Then we can put hay and things around the outside. We can put all these nice extra cool... I suck at drawing straight lines. You know what I should have used? You know that handy dandy top-down view that I said that I would forget about? I totally forgot about it. So, yes. Actually, I'm wondering whether it's actually better to harvest in top-down as well. Possibly. Okay, so we've got 4 lines in which I want to probably just plant as many avocados as I can. And that's it's gonna use all my money up, but it's gonna be good. All right, I'm gonna use one of my robots. Auto harvest the carrots and the tomatoes. I'll try everything, bro. I don't know how much of it is gonna... It works really well for tomatoes. It works amazingly for tomatoes. I don't think it says... I don't know if it does, how long it takes them to... Oh, I wonder, actually, if I can click on them to see how long it's going to take. You can... Oh, yeah. 3 minutes. So 3 minutes to get 40 seconds. Okay. So you need 1.5 of them per minute. I'm trying to work out like how you could manage to get tomatoes being harvested literally all the time. As many as you can click on in the 40 seconds. And I would definitely say that if you have 1.5 per minute and they're 3 minutes, so you need 1.5 times 3, 3, half times 3, like 4.5. So maybe like 5 of them. Yeah, so 5 of them would have, you would be able to constantly be doing this. And it's nice. I do like it when idle style games have an active component to them that makes things like a lot better. So zucchinis is probably the next one to click on after. They take how long? 15 seconds. So there's only certain plants that this will be useful for, because some just won't be, there won't be enough time. So artichokes, you would only get like 1 harvest out of them. So I would say tomatoes and carrots for that. And that might change what you want to plant, you know? It's certainly seeming to stay up at like the 2000 range there quite nicely. I'm going to go into top down again. I'm just going to plant more and more and more avocados. I'd like to fill this up with avocados. And then what I think I would like to try and do is to get rid of the zucchinis, because I think what we need to do is have a long range strategy, which is going to be avocados. Okay. And then like a short range strategy. And the short range strategy will be all the tomatoes that I can do with these little statues to get them to auto harvest, because then they're actually using their full potential. So I'm wondering how many I could click on in that time. So I'm thinking maybe 2 rows of carrot, maybe 3 rows or something of tomatoes, because they're not, there's not much in it between the tomatoes and carrots. Or we just go full on full bore tomatoes for these 3 rows, and then just keep the carrots there because they still work, and that means I don't have to like replace them. Yeah, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put in another one of those statues. I'm gonna see how many I'm allowed. I don't have enough money. Okay, let's go and harvest things so we can get more money. And then I'm going to take these out. Replace them with tomatoes. Now, I'm wondering if I choose tomatoes here, if I can just go over them. No, so I do have to shift click them out. Got rid of the soil there. That wasn't intended. And then we can just get the tomatoes in. And then I'm going to just build up the amount of... Let's just harvest these. Get rid of them. Replace any soil I accidentally took away. Tomato missing there. So these are going to be purely for the short-term strategy, which is going to be to get as many of them to have as much constant replacement of these as possible. Okay. Just add a little bit of dirt and put more tomatoes in. So let's just see if we can get a good strategy going with this. Then I'm going to need to pop in another 2 robo plants. So I thought they were robo plants, but they're power plants. So they're plants as in a power plant, not as in a plant. I mean, you could understand why in a game about plants. I would think that. It would be nice if I could make sections where I could tell them, you guys just go and do the avocados, and I will do the other bit. But that might end up being how it turns out anyway. Adds 0.1 to the idle multiplier stacks. Oh, so when we're idling, if you've got a lot of trees around it, takes a robo token though. Oh, and those robo plants take robo tokens, so I've only just got enough to do what I want to do here. But that's fine, because I didn't have enough for another robot anyway. Maybe I would have done if I hadn't put down that one, but no, I think for the strategy I'm using, that's probably the ideal. So let's get in the final avocados. Just for these guys to harvest. Oh, am I not allowed? I have enough money for it. Have I got a limit to the... No, I don't. How weird. Oh. That's a waste of money. No, stuff. Oh, I've been too used to doing that for ages, and now it's a problem. Avocado, avocado, avocado. Oh, right. So we've got everything filled in now. And these are starting to come up, which is nice. That should be quite good. Look at that go up. Look at it. Look at it go. And it does look like all the avocados, because they're not coming up very often. The little guy up there is doing a sterling job of doing that. Golden rain! And they're still auto-harvesting. All right, let's do another one. It seems like it's kind of automatically... I don't know if I need to click on them or not. I'm gonna experiment with that. I'm proper gonna experiment with that, because it might be that I don't need to click on them. Wishlist, feedback, join our Discord. Let me just see. Actually, if I do nothing, will they start to... Do I have to click on them? No, I have to harvest the first one, and then it will auto harvest, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I do have to click on them. Good to know. 15,000 should be quite easy to get with this this little. And they've just been doing a really good job of because there's not many. Oh yeah, and it does get, these seem to be getting caught up in it a little bit as well. I don't know. I saw a couple of the avocados being caught up in it. So I don't really know. I feel like I need to... Oh, maybe it's just if it's already unharvested. Yes, that's what it is. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do another little test on it. So anything that's already been harvested, you know, it's already got a full fruit on it or whatever, a full tomato. I don't know if I'll need one more power station, so I'm just going to see how long we've got left on this. 40 seconds. Oh yeah, that's almost perfect because you've got one in the bag as well. So yeah, any of these that are not already harvested at the time and pop into being will get harvested. I was wondering why the avocados were getting harvested. So basically, if it's sitting there, it hasn't been harvested, it's sitting there with an avocado or tomato just sitting on it, then it won't harvest the one that was already there previously. So it's not going to do that for you. However, what I imagine would be amazing is if you combine these. This is where it's going to start to get more strategic, I think. If you combine these guys with the bulk harvester, can you imagine how cool that would be? Takes me about 3 seconds a row, so I can get all 5 rows done in about 15 seconds. And then they'll just carry on auto harvesting for a while. We're already at 7,000. So yay. Our super special prize is on its way. Get a different one every time as well. So this is different. This is why I wanted to do everything I could. So decoration wise, we've done every tile, we've done every crop, we've done every decoration except for the tree, which I don't really want to do because if I wanted to, well, I suppose I could, but that's adding 0.1 to the idle multiplier stacks. I think that is because this game is idle when it goes offline. So it will carry on. These guys will carry on making you money offline. And so that's probably going to add to that a little bit. Let's do another one of those. So I've got enough to just do this back to back the whole time. And it's going to make me an absolute fortune. Which is wonderful. I love it. Okay. This is like the funnest part of the game. Watching them all go pop, 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 pop on their own. It's hilarious. I love it. So probably a couple more of these. And I can just grab any little artichokes, any avocados. But I like this. I like this. Having the half the farm avocados and half of it like high gain stuff. High gain, but very high yields, but very, very intensive farming, helped out by these power plants. And then, you know, lower yield, but you get more money per plant each time. And it's much less labor intensive over here. This is so cool. We're nearly there. I thought 15,000 will take me ages, but as soon as I started getting these guys, oh, game changer. And then I think like the faster I can start one off after the previous one, the less these will have popped up. Maybe carrots are actually better for this in a way. It might be a little bit less clicking. I don't know. Because carrots take 7 seconds. But I think by the time you get onto like zucchinis at 15 seconds, then again, if I can constantly have this going, maybe for a constant one, the mid-level crops might be good because then you don't have to click on them as much because they won't be, if you're constantly doing this. Oh, I didn't think about that. That's a good thought, isn't it though? Something you can think about if you want to do this yourself. But I've kind of shown you the concept of it. But yeah, if they're not grown, and that's the thing I didn't realize when I started doing this, so you can forgive me for not knowing the mechanics. But yeah, if you have things that haven't already grown, as soon as they grow, you don't have to click on them, you know? So if you're constantly clicking on these, and it's only going to be the odd one that, and especially if you're really on top of it, it's only going to be the odd one, like say 3, 2, 1, 0. Click again. There are a few I need to click on. And that's because it's tomatoes, right? But with carrots, you would have a few more seconds between. There'd only be a few that would be a problem. So I actually think as much as carrots are half a pound per second or whatever, whatever it is, less, it'd be, oh, there we are. I achieved my challenge. There we go. Wow. Sorry, headphone users again. I'll see if I can find those sound effects and lower them a bit, but hopefully they'll show up on the waveform like, wow. Okay, so you've earned 100 robo tokens plus the unlocking of the bulk harvester power station. Click the continue button to use it for free. Ah, oh yes. Oh yes, let's try this because right, how long does it take before I can do a bulk harvest? 3 minutes. Okay. So that would be really good if you had like thousands of this going on. So let's try it. Oh, in 2.5 minutes time we'll try it apparently. It's 20,040 robo tokens, so I can have a second one if I want as well. But I'd get all different ones each time. I think let's try playing enough to try that out and see how it works. But yeah, I think what I would probably do on this, if I didn't want to be like so hands-on with it, is I would probably go for not tomatoes for this game. Because what happens is in the second between you running one of these and the next one, the tomatoes have basically grown again. So I think carrots just might be a little bit easier to manage without having to do like thousands of clicks, especially if you're someone that doesn't like clicking. See what I mean? So what I think I'm going to start doing, I'm going to change it to carrots and I'm going to see if that works a bit better. Okay. I'm going to start taking out tomato plants and putting in carrot plants instead, because I just think that's going to be a little bit easier on me in terms of not having to click 1,000 times on them. Especially if I'm kind of keeping up to date with this. So I think carrots might be just the sweet spot there. I wish I could delete it without harvesting it. I know it's probably protection against the higher level crops. But my goodness. I have to kind of do it like this because they grow so fast. They grow so fast you kind of can't handle them. So that's just why I'm going to change to carrots. Acid rain. As much as I was saying at the beginning that this didn't feel like it had tons and tons to do, I am kind of feeling much better about it now. I'm feeling like, yeah, it's starting to open up, and the technological doohickeys, I wish we could play more with them because the ones we've been given so far have been amazing. Right, here we are. Bulk harvest is ready, so I want to see what that does. Get rid of that. Oh, I see, I see. So we just get to go... Got 30 seconds of just totally... Let's start one of these guys off as well. I think we can have these going at the same time as the bulk harvester. So what I should probably do in future then, now knowing that, is to start one of these off, then bulk harvest and just go... And so let's just try this. What I want to try out is if I immediately start one of these, how much clicking do I have to do on the carrots? Or would, you know, if I've got this going constantly, would maybe something like an artichoke or zucchini or something be better? 3, 2, 1, 0. Click. We've got the next one going. So a couple of them did manage to grow in that time, but that is a lot better. I had to click a few times. It wasn't a whole row's worth of them. So as long as you're really on top of that, that seems quite good. And as long as those are constantly going, which they should be able to because I've got so many of them, that's really nice. This is amazing. It just does itself at this point. But I've just got to keep an eye on these, like how many seconds is left on these. 2, 1, 0, next. For some reason, some of those just decided that they would go ripe at the exact time. The ones, the half a second that it took me to click on the next one but most of them will be in that 6 second in between time, you know? Whereas when it's 3 seconds, there's a much higher probability, there's like double the probability that they're going to be like popping up. So probably even more than that, actually. Just because I can't react fast enough. Does mean that you have to constantly listen to the same music though. So I'd say depending on how you want to play, playing like this is great if you want to be really, really involved, which obviously for something like a Let's Play is amazing. All right, so we're sitting here at 22,000, which is great. I've got my maximum number of fields done. I might just put a tree down for austerity. Have a tree, wonderful. So then when we're offline, we'll make more money. One, zero. There we are, next one. Loads of them ripened in the time. So sometimes you get away with it and sometimes you don't. It's just a luck thing. But I think with that, we have played with every mechanic in the game now. So I've played with putting things down. I've played with getting levels. I've played with sort of putting down trees. I've played with putting down like the grass tiles and the hay tiles and things like that. We're going to have, by the looks of it, we're going to be able to start to tell our robots where to go in the full game. So these actions here will probably tell them. So if I want to just have this area here being auto-harvested by these gizmos, I can just tell the robots to maybe just only harvest up here or something. I don't know. If I've got enough robots, then I probably don't need any of this. So this is really good for getting early money, especially if these robots only cost 1k. In fact, I could have 2 more robots if I wanted, or I could have another big harvester, but I'm going to actually put down 2 more and just see how they do. Just on their own. Just doing their own thing if we have 4 of them. So with 30 levels worth and with things that will make me extra robots, we're going to have a lot easier of a time. I can bulk harvest as well. I'm going to bulk harvest the avocados for a little bit of extra cash. See how much more powerful that is than these robots though. Robots, though, will idle while you are away, so you'll come back to lots more money when you're logged back in again. But I think, honestly, they're still not really keeping up with it. I would say you probably need, if you want to go that route with just using the robots and not being active with it, you'd probably be better off using something like, and avocados did seem to be quite good per second. There are a lot of money to put in initially, but especially if you're sort of a bit strapped for space, then, and you just want to use the robots and you just want to idle, then I would put something like that in. If you want to be making more money per second, if you want to be making the most money per second, then that's tomatoes, and using these guys to auto harvest them is going to be the easiest way to do that. If you want to be a little bit less on top of it, carrots are a better option, because tomatoes just grow so fast, they're a bit unmanageable, and carrots are just a little bit nicer. So yeah, I think it all really just depends on your own playstyle and how you feel about things, but that is, I think, where we are going to leave this one. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe and I can let you know when I'm showing games like this. Hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.